Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 8. The chapter which we are related with is rectification of error. As usual, we are required to make journal entries. 5 entries are given, and we are needed to make journal entries for these 5. Rectified entries, those are called. So let's start. We have first entry. Write down the number first, and then let's read it out. A sale of rupees 992 to Ashraf. Okay, first at rough work we will make an entry. So actually the entry for sales to Ashraf is Ashraf to sales. We were needed to make journal entry Ashraf to sales. Please be very attentive. Goods were sold to Ashraf. So Ashraf to sale was actual entry, and the amount which was required to be written is 992. So in rough work, we are going to write 992. Now let's see what mistake they have done. Was entered in sale ledger. That means they have entered this amount in sale. Sale was credit. Write down sales over here. And how much amount we have put? 1388. Write down 1388. Ashraf was, however, correctly debited. It means there is no mistake in Ashraf. We are actually doing rectification of error. That means we are responsible to see only errors. And what is being said over here? Ashraf was correctly debited. It means there is no mistake in Ashraf. So you can just ignore Ashraf because Ashraf is okay. Ashraf is right. There is no mistake in Ashraf. Now let's come over here. Sale was required to be written as 992 while we have written 1388. That means more amount has been posted. When more amount is posted, it means it is overcast. Overcast rule is if it is credit, do it debit. So sale was initially credited. In case of overcast, we will write it on debit side. Now please understand there was only one mistake, and that was sale. We have corrected it. How much amount we will write over here? Look at this. 992 is already written. Only excessive amount would be cancelled. So here what you will do, 1388 minus 992, remaining amount would be written over here 396. Please keep it in your mind that in undercast or overcast, we will always calculate difference, and the difference would be written in amount column. Okay, sale has been corrected. There is no mistake in Ashraf. That would be ignored. So nothing left to be written over here. So for the time being, you will write suspense account. And in narration, overcast now rectified. So in this way, our narration has been completed. Beside this, you will write amount on credit side as well. So here 396, same amount would be written on credit side. Finally, we will put an ending line only under narration. So guys, in this way our first entry has been completed. Let's get forward for second entry. A bill received from Salman for repair to furniture. That means actually what we have done, we have made repairs. So what you will do, you will write repair as an expense. Expenses should be debited. So we were needed to write repair on debit side. And now let's see what mistake they have done. Was wrongly entered in purchase. So actually we were supposed to write repair. Instead of repair, they have posted as purchase. This was the mistake. So here we are going to correct. Now please understand that actually repairs were required to be written on debit side, but instead of repair, we have written purchase. As usual, we will apply the basic principle of writing. Whatever is written over here would be written exactly at the same position. So repair was debit and we haven't debited yet. Repair would be debited over here. This purchase was wrong, committed, wrong. In wrong entry, we will write at opposite side purchase here is debit. So you will write purchase on credit side. So rectified entry is repair to purchase. Here you can write your narration. Wrong entry of purchase now rectified. Here you may write off. Actually, space was very short, so I was supposed to write only. Okay. Repair to purchase. We should not be having any confusion about the amount because there is only one amount and that is 400. So 400 would be written on debit side and same amount we are going to write on credit side. Finally, we will put an ending line only after narration. So two entries are completed. Let's see what third entry is. Let's read out. An item of rupees 8,000 related to prepaid rent. That means rent has been paid, but before due date. I'm repeating, rent is paid, but the word which has been used is prepaid. That means no due date has arrived. Before due date, we have paid the rent. But ultimately, the sense we have cleared that it is rent which we have paid. Okay. So when you have paid your rent, it is a sort of expense. But right now, I would not like to go in detail. For the time being, just consider that you have paid the rent. So rent to cash is actual entry. Since it is prepaid, it is considered our asset. Asset should be debited. So you will write prepaid rent on debit side. Now look at here. Was omitted to be brought forward. That means we have not written prepaid rent. Prepaid rent. When you have not written prepaid rent, as it is, it would be written on debit side. Nothing is present for credit side, so you will write suspense on credit side. Once again, I'm telling you, you have paid this rent. Actually, rent was paid. It's a sort of expense, but this expense is called unexpired expense, which is considered to be an asset. Asset should be debited, so prepaid rent was required to be written on debit side. The mistake which we have done is what? We have omitted. Omitted means we haven't written this entry. When we have forgotten, when we have not written the entry, how we will rectify it? When we will remember, we will write this entry exactly at the same position. So amount was 8,000. 8,000 would be written over here and 8,000 over here. You can write prepaid rent not written, now rectified. Okay guys, three entries are completed. Now let's see what fourth entry is saying. An item of purchase of rupees 3020. Purchase should be written on debit side. Let's write it on our rough work. So actually purchase was required to be written on debit side. Now we will see what mistake we have done. Look, an item of purchase 3020. Let's write the amount as well. 3020. This is your rough work. Next, was entered in purchase account. It means no mistake in purchase. Purchase was required to be written on debit side and we have written it on debit side. So what could be the mistake? Purchase was required to be written on debit. We have written on debit side, but mistake is was entered in purchase account as 300. So now we know our mistake. Instead of 3020, we have written 300. Now conclude what mistake we have done. Instead of 3020, we have written only 300. Less amount has been posted. It means it is undercast. Less amount has been written. In undercast, debit should be written on debit side. So purchase was debit. In rectified entry, we will write purchase on debit side as well. Alright, there was only one mistake. Undercast in purchase we have rectified. Nothing is written on credit side. For the time being, we will write suspense over here. Let's see how much amount. Okay, I have told you in undercast and overcast, always write the difference of amount. We have 3020 and 300. So difference we have got 2720 over here, and same amount we are required to write on credit side. In this way, this entry has been completed. For narration, purchase undercast, now rectified. Fourth entry is completed, and here after completing our entry, let's put a bottom line under narration. Now entry number 5. A sale return of 2000 was not passed through sale return book. As I've told you, in book both entries were missed. So entry, journal entry for sale return. Sale return means goods are returned back to you. It means goods are coming in, which means sale return should be written on debit side. So sale return was required to be written on debit side. The mistake which we have done is what? Were not passed through the sale return book. It means sale return was required to be written on debit side. We have not written, and now we have written it on debit side to rectify. There is nothing present on credit side, so you may write suspense over here, and now undercast sales return, now rectified. In this way, guys, this entry has been completed. Amount is 2000, so you may put 2000 over here and 2000 over here. After which you will put an ending line. So in this way, fifth entry has been completed. Sale return to suspense account. Guys, we have completed all of the 5 entries. In this way, question has been completed. It is requested to you, please repeat this question 2 to 3 times by yourself. Practice as many times as you can, and after that, if you feel anything difficult, you are very open to ask and share your questions through messages, text, or you can directly meet to share your problems. I will 100% be trying to answer your queries immediately. So thank you very much for your time. It's time to end our lecture. We will see you soon again for the next question. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.